Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your boy Mike here with another video. So, yesterday the semester officially ended. So I'm actually done with school. I'm pretty much just waiting for them to send an email about commencement and when I can order my cap and gown and stuff like that. So I'm pretty much just in the waiting game. It's pretty interesting. One thing I mentioned the other day is that the hard part for me now is tell my body you can go to bed before 2 o'clock. I know that sounds really weird for people because you're like, what do you mean? I've been so used to going to bed late. It's really weird for me to go to bed, relatively early, considering. So that's something I have to practice. Something I have to relearn how to do. Because again, particularly with my goals for the rest of the year, next year, is that I want to improve my sleep quality. My sleep quality is not the best. My sleep length isn't the best. That's something I got to work on. So that's something big to have to work on. This weekend was kind of interesting. It was my lady she invited me to church because they're having a ceremony for the graduates. Even though I don't go to the church, but she's like, come anyway, and I'll put your name on the schedule and everything. It's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go. And they give gifts to the graduates. I'm like, hey, gifts, freest for me. So let's go ahead and go. The interesting thing is I was the only doctoral graduate there. So I walked in and I know that no one knew who I was, probably like 3 people. And just seeing people like reaction, it was really, really interesting. The thing that hit a little different for this one is this is the church my grandparents on my mom's side used to go to whenever they were still alive. And before meeting my lady, the last time I was at this church was for my granddad's funeral. I think my granddad had like a 3rd grade education. I think my grandma had like a 5th or 7th grade education. So not a lot of education for my grandparents on that side of the family. So it was a little different, to say that. And the interesting thing is I remember when we were doing my granddad's viewing, I was sitting on the left side of the church. During the ceremony, I was sitting on the left side of the church. So it was like, if people believe in like circumstances and things like that, it's like, okay, you can kind of see it. People were like, whatever, Michael. I'm just like, hey, to me, it hit a little different. Saying that they didn't even go to high school, and now their grandson is graduating with a doctorate, and they helped build this church. I haven't been there for years, and they're cheering for me like I grew up in the church. So it was kind of interesting. It was pretty dope. I can definitely say that. So I met with my coach. So I actually did sign up with one of the coaches I met from the bodybuilding show a couple weekends ago. So signed up with him, and I'm going to do this week. I'm just trying to get my body used to doing some different kinds of motions and things like that for exercise, because I'm not a big barbell squatter because my knees don't like it. I'm not a good regular bench press, like a regular barbell bench press. It's like a mental thing. I remember growing up, like, you gotta have a spotter. If not, you're gonna die. If you're gonna drop the bar and you're gonna unalive yourself and this and that. So I'm not sure that's why I'm not a big barbell bencher. But I'm gonna try to work on that today. I'm actually not doing chest today, so I'm gonna work on that. I'm also gonna work on incline barbell, because I've used it. The weird thing is my incline press has always been stronger than my flat. Relatively speaking, be like, what do you mean? Whenever I was hitting the gym regularly, before school, anything like that, when I was like solid in the gym, I'll be doing 4 sets of 8 to 10 with 85-pound dumbbells on an incline bench. Flat, I'll do 3 sets of 8 to 10 with 100-pound dumbbells. Now, on the incline, the max I've done, like with we have an incline hammer strength bench press. Most I've done was 180 pounds per side for like 1 rep. The max I've done on the hammer strength regular press, I haven't maxed out on that. But I usually, the max I've done was like 2 or 3 sets of 8 at 90. So, no, it's, again, obviously the majority of your pec is a lot strong, a lot bigger than the top part. But I digress. So that's something I'm gonna be working on again. Just get my bench up again. Try to get used to the different motions, because again, I'm not sure what my coach is gonna have me do. So I'm just gonna try to get used to these different things. I know he mentioned squatting. I know he mentioned Bulgarian split squats. So there's different things I'm gonna work on also, just to kind of get used to the motions. I'm gonna work on the on probably like military press again, because it's been a minute since I hit those. So I'm gonna get onto those too. But the main purpose of this video today is I want to talk to you guys about the different kinds of doctoral degrees. And the reason why is that everyone say, "Oh yeah, Michael's going for his PhD. Michael's going for his PhD." Da 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 da. No, I am going for a doctorate. Well, I went for a doctorate, but I did not go for a PhD. Be like, what do you mean? So there are technically three main types of doctoral degrees. There's the professional, there's the academic doctoral degree, there's a professional doctoral degree, there's an honorary doctoral degree. So I'll go in order. Academic doctoral degree is usually your PhD. So typically you've seen someone with PhD, that means that they're more on the academic track. And pretty much what that track focuses on is these are people that are actually going out and doing the research. They're ones that are like, generally speaking, they're the ones that want to focus on tenure in school. They want to focus on become like professors and things of that nature. They're the ones who are actually doing the research studies. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to go that route for your doctorate degree. Sometimes, but these are the people who are who are actually going out there doing like running the numbers, doing the tests, different things like that. So if you see someone who's no matter what field they're in, if you see PhD behind their name, generally speaking, they're the academic doctoral candidates, or hold academic doctoral degrees, generally speaking. The professional doctoral degrees, they're usually the ones that have a D, like a letter and then a D, or a D or a letter behind them. So again, mine is DHSC, Doctor of Health Sciences. You may see DPH, Doctor in Public Health, DBA, Doctor in Business Administration, EDD, Education doctorate degree. I'm not sure about a medical doctor. I'm assuming they go by the same by the same order, if you will, but medical doctors will be, generally speaking, the same too. Now, you can't have a medical doctor who has an MD, PhD. They're actually, I think you do them simultaneously. Again, I have to do a little more research with that. So again, don't quote me on this 100%. I think you can do your MD, PhD simultaneously, and they are more on research, but they do practice also. So another thing I want to say is just because you have one doesn't mean you can't do the other. So again, I'm gonna have my DHSC in a month and a half. Yes. So I don't have my DHSC in a month and a half. Does that mean I can't do research? No, I can do research if I wanted to. Does this mean I can't be a professor? No, I can be a professor if I wanted to, easily. Someone who has a PhD, does that mean that they're not practicing in the field? Definitely not. They can practice in the field if they want to. Just because the letters are different, just because they're typically geared towards different routes, does not mean you can't do the same thing. Because they all have the same knowledge base. They do similar things. Some are just recognized a little bit differently than others. Again, just depends on what you want to do. Pretty much. So again, PhDs typically they're the ones who are out there in the field doing more of the research. Those are your academic doctoral degrees. Your professional doctoral degrees, your EDDs, I think your MDs. I'm pretty sure your MDs also. PharmD, DHSC, DBA, DPH. So I'm just saying the letters. You guys are like, what the heck are you talking about? Your MDs, your medical doctors, your physicians. So all these people are considered doctors. Yes, When you think of MD, we always think, oh, doctor, doctor, doctor. These are all doctors. Your MDs are physicians. So if you want to be more specific and more nitpicky, your MDs are physicians. So all physicians are doctors. Not all doctors are physicians. Again, just like all apples are fruits, not all fruits are apples. Same thing. So your your MD, your medical doctor, your physician, your DBA, your doctor in public health, your PharmD, your pharmacist, your DPTs, your doctor in physical therapies, your OTDs, your doctors in occupational therapy, your DHSC, your doctor in health sciences, your DBAs, doctors in business administration. So all these people have their doctorate degrees. They're all considered doctors. But again, a physician is a type of doctor. Again, MD, physician. They're all doctors, but not all doctors are physicians. All physicians are doctors, not all doctors are physicians. So those are, generally speaking, when you think of with doctors. Now, the one that gets the most controversy, your honorary doctorates. I have my own gripe, if you will, with this degree, with this honoration, if you will. An honorary doctorate is someone who's done a lot of things in the field. Whether it's humanities, whether they've done or different things like that. They've contributed a large amount of something to their field, to their craft. Like, for instance, the most recent graduation I was at, the CEO of the hospital that I work at, he was recently retiring, but he was just presented with his honorary doctorate. Did he go to school for his doctorate degree? No. To my knowledge, he didn't. But because he was in the field for so long, because he ran a hospital, he's the CEO of a hospital, they presented him with his honorary doctorate degree. There was somebody else, a rapper, recently. I don't remember who it was, but they were presented with an honorary doctorate degree. Did they go to school for the doctorate? Generally speaking, no. If it says honorary doctorate, they did not go to school for the doctorate. They did not earn a doctorate in school. Now, someone could have been enrolled in a doctoral program and then decide not to continue for whatever reason, do whatever in their life, and then because of all these accolades and accomplishments, one institution or whatever decided that, hey, you've done a lot of things in this realm, so we're going to present you with the honorary doctorate. Can they call themselves a doctor? I would think no, because it's more of an award compared to an academic achievement, if you will. It's like saying Messi is a doctor. He's done a lot of things for the sport of soccer, but he did not go to school for his doctorate degree. To my knowledge, maybe the man did. I don't know his business. Maybe he actually did go to school for an actual doctorate degree. I don't know. But if someone is presented with an honorary doctorate degree, they did not go through the academic rigor of earning a doctoral degree. Does that make sense? And that's why I say it's a little controversy, because it's more of a it's not a degree, it's more of an award. It's more of like a lifetime achievement award, if you will. So if that route, if you want to say, something is interesting. I gotta talk to her about this. That's weird. I gotta talk to somebody. Sorry, I just got a weird email. So, okay. So, someone has an honorary doctorate degree. They could have initially started their doctoral journey, but they did not get a doctoral degree that route. They've done whatever in humanities, in sport, and music, and something else, and the lifetime achievements, like whenever they're doing a commencement at something else, they're like, because of these things, we're going to present you with this award. So technically, because it's not easy to get a doctorate degree. Some degrees are shorter than others. generally speaking, from my knowledge, a professional doctoral degree tends to be a little bit shorter than a PhD. They're still doctors. However, again, I'll just put it in just in my situation. This is including all the struggle I've had with school. So you have your 2-year associates, your 2-year bachelor's, your 2-year master's, and then your 3-year doctorate. So 2, 4, 6, 9, 10 years of study. 10 years ish of study. Again, for me, it was a lot longer because your boy struggled with school. Just saying. So for me, it was a lot longer. So technically, it is almost a lifetime of information. For a lot of people, that'll be a third of their life is just in school. So once they get to that level, it's like a third of their life is in school. So technically, a doctoral degree is almost a lifetime achievement award. So if that route you want to say, oh no, honorary doctorate lifetime achievement award, I can see that. However, most people in the general public don't know. So maybe a lot of people, you can look in like any headlines, like, oh yeah, let's say, I forgot which rapper was recently. It was sometime recently. They got their an honorary doctorate award, and they were like, oh, congrats, doctor, congrats, doctor, congrats, doctor. And so it's like, he's not a doctor. He did not earn a doctorate degree. He got an honorary doctorate degree, which is more of a lifetime achievement award, just like any other like awards show that you watch. Whether it's the Oscars, whether it's the BET Awards, whether it's the CMAs, wherever lifetime achievement award for this and this and this. Think of your honorary doctorate as that, as more of your lifetime achievement award. So that's why I said there's typically 3 types of doctorate degrees. There's your professional doctoral degree, which is anything that has like the D in the nameology of it, if you will. So your MDs, your medical doctors, your DBAs, your doctor of business administration, your DPHs, your doctor in public health, your DHSCs, your doctor in health sciences. Those are your professional doctorate degrees, and what those are kind of geared towards is those are more, if you want to put into different realms. Professional is more application based. Research is more research based, generally speaking. But again, we know how to do research. That's just not our main focus. Our main focus is I wanted to do the application. The PhDs tend to do a lot more research. But again, it doesn't mean they can't do the application. We can do both. Just depends on which route we want to go. We both have doctorates at the end. At the end of the day, we're both technically doctor. Now, again, another thing that confuses the general population, if you will, is because this happened to me at church, is that because it's that, oh yeah, he has his doctorate. So people think I'm a medical doctor. I am not a medical doctor. I would never take that spark away from a medical doctor. I would never take that limelight away from a medical doctor, because they've gone through a lot more schooling than I have. I ain't gonna front that. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, no. Do I have my doctorate in a health related field? Yes. Am I a medical doctor? No. I cannot do what a medical doctor can do. And there are times where a medical doctor will go back and get their DHSC, because I've seen like people have it's like MD DHSC or MD MPH Master of Public Health, because there's certain things that are so related and so like intertwined with them, but there's also different aspects of them. Because the way I like to think about my degree is it's a mixture of admin and public health, and obviously an MPH is public health. So having the medical knowledge plus the public health knowledge just makes him a better physician. Having the medical knowledge plus the public health knowledge plus the admin knowledge makes them a better physician. It will make them a better leader if they want to go into leadership and things of that nature. So it's only going to improve them. It's only going to improve their scope of practice, how they run things, how they treat their clients to say, oh, they're not just pills. Like, where do they live? Do they have access to healthy foods? Do they have access to clean water? Because a water is still an issue, to believe it or not. Having access to, I keep biting my tongue. Having access to fresh fruits and vegetables is still an issue, which is crazy to think about how much food waste we have. Now, how we have all this food waste and obesity, but we have starvation, literally, in the same state, 30 minutes away. How does it make sense? It don't make no kind of sense. I digress. So yeah. So again, I just want to know, dropping this quick video. It's about 2 minutes long. Just kind of updating you guys. Again, I'm just waiting for them to email me about when I can order my cap and gown. Still waiting for that information. I dropped off all the gifts to my committee members. They seem one person hasn't got it yet because they're actually climbing a mountain. I learned that whenever I actually went to go drop it off last week, I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. And the other 2 committee members, they actually I know that 3 of my committee members, they loved them. One of them, he couldn't read it, because we were in school. He's like, I read the first line. I'm not reading this in class. I know I'm gonna be teary-eyed. So I'm like, I get it, doc. So know that they love this stuff. My other gifts from other people, all that stuff is in. I know that they're gonna love it. I opened up my book, which I am so hype about. I may have to. I'll show it to y'all later. I'll probably actually just show it to y'all when I'll show it to y'all later. But yeah, things are going good. Looking forward to see what my coach has in store for me. Looking forward to starting this new journey in my life. We'll just kind of see how things go. And I need to stop biting my tongue. My tongue hurts. I digress. But again, just kind of want to break down the different types of doctoral degrees that there are to kind of clear up any kind of confusion, because it can be a lot of confusion. You just hear doctor, and a lot of times people think of medical doctor, and that's another thing that irks people. That irks me too. Is that people someone says like, oh, you're a doctor, can you do this? It's like, I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not a physician, I'm a doctor in this and this. And like, oh, so you're not a real doctor. I'm like, I am a doctor, I'm not a physician. All apples are fruits, not all fruits are apples. So that's another thing that's annoying. So it's like I have a doctorate degree, I'm not a medical doctor. You have an honorary doctorate degree, you're not a doctor, you're not a physician. So there are levels to this thing. So again, just to kind of go over again, I'm gonna put MDs in their own group, because MDs, that's a special group. So you have your MDs, which are your medical doctors or your physicians, to get the accurate term, your physicians. And that's why I have PAs, physicians assistants, not DAs, doctor's assistants. But you have your MDs, your physicians assistants. You have your professional doctorate degrees, which are your DBAs, your DBAs, your DPHs, things of that nature. You have your academic doctors, which are your PhDs, and then you have your honorary doctorate, which is more of a that's the best way I can describe it. It's more like a lifetime achievement award, but they do a presentation at a school, usually with a commencement, and they're giving them the academic version of a lifetime achievement award, which is almost pretty much a doctorate degree. So it's more of a honorary doctorate degree is more of a lifetime achievement award compared to an earned academic rigor doctoral degree. I hope that makes sense. I know I'm kind of rambling on a little bit, but again, as things start changing, as I get more information about commencement, I'm letting you guys know. When I get my cap and gown, I'm letting you guys know. I'll probably do a video about that too. Tell you guys about my new fitness journey that's going on, and again, just stay tuned with your boy and we'll see what's next. But until then, later.